Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another used car build. Today we're checking out something I usually pass by. Picked it up because, you know, I haven't driven it and decided to check it out. So we're driving the Alfa Romero 8C Competición. I butchered that. Let's talk a little about the car. It's nothing like the 4C. I driven the 4C and I thought that was a rad little car. This thing is nothing like that. Absolutely nothing other than like the name. This car is a European Grand Touring beast. This thing is, if I was to kind of give my little opinion on it, this thing is like a Italian muscle car, if I was going to call it anything at all. This thing is just a brute. It does handle quite well, actually. For being a pretty muscular car, it handles pretty well, and I actually do dig the style. I don't really care much for the headlights or the taillights. It just doesn't look right on this car. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, they know more about designing and building cars than I do, but it's just my personal opinion, just the way the car is styled. The headlights and taillights, just to me, aren't really my thing. But other than that, that's like the only little gripe I have with it. So this car is completely untuned. The only thing I did with it, I did a little body work, just because the standard body lines it looked like it needed a little, you know, some ground effects and stuff like that. So I obviously didn't put a wing on it because there's no room in a car for a fucking wing. And I put wheels on it, sports tires, and a limited slip differential. And some sport brake pads, and that's literally all I had room to do. And honestly, I wasn't even going to do the limited slip, and I'm glad I did, because this thing is a little bit tail happy. She does like to kick out if you're not careful in the corners. It will kick out and remind you that there's plenty of horsepower under the hood. The car is brilliant, though. It is absolutely brilliant. It is a very, very cool car. I actually like the interior. It's kind of a mixture of modern and classic design styles. I like the analog gauges, but of course, and the kind of silver colored, you know, kind of looks metallic almost. But it has, you know, of course, all your creature comforts and everything. But let's pop out of here and let's go ahead and take a look at what we did to this thing, and take a look at the spec sheets and whatnot, and maybe a little bit of history. Because I didn't do any real tuning to it. I just slapped a few parts on it, called it good. Might as well learn a little something about this pretty interesting car. Let's go ahead and take a gander at this thing. So we'll go through the spec sheets first, and then we'll jump into the history. So we got her sitting at $599, just under $6. So this, and now keep in mind, I did not tune it. This comes with 442 horsepower. That's monstrous. Displacement is 4,691 cc's. This thing is a bit of a heavy girl at 3,400 pounds. To put it competitive, it definitely needs to be lightweight. And some brakes, maybe. Other than that, this thing is out of the box, dude. It's a pretty good car. Like I said, I did nothing at all, other than the limited slip and the sports tires. So let's go ahead and look at the history in this thing, just because it's an interesting car. The first front-rear Alfa Romero coupe since the SZ was given a very traditional and legendary name. The 8C is the name of the engine which had made Alfa Romero famous for their technical excellence in the 1920s. It was designed by the famous Vittorio Jano. This was a famous and revolutionary 8-cylinder power unit. It was not only used in the red racing machines of the Alfas in that era, but also many different manufacturers at the time. The front dashboard's classic look brings to mind its background and has been applied to all models coming after the 8C as the new family trademark of Alfa Romero. The very Alfa-esque emotional design is a major identifier, and the orders for the limited run over 500 cars worldwide and was almost as soon as was full almost as soon as it was announced. That means as soon as they announced the selling of this car, it was bought up. All units were bought up. So that's crazy. You know, that shows how, you know, popular, you know, the Alfa, you know, is really. The car weighs 3,400 pounds and the weight distribution is slightly towards the rear at 49.51. To achieve this, the body combines a steel frame with carbon. Many aspects of the power unit are shared with the Maserati, but Alfa Romeo has tuned its performance and sound. The 4.7-liter, 443 horsepower V8 engine is matched with a transaxle Q-Select 6-speed semi-automatic transmission. The Alfa Romeo states that its exciting sound is compliant with all the sound regulations set in various countries around the world. That, I want to say, F that. I want to hear how loud this thing actually is. Don't regulate that. Give me that monster fucking noise, dude. I want to hear what this thing... Because I'm telling you, even in its tame tone, you could tell it wants to roar. With a top speed of over 180 miles an hour and 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds or less, its styling may be classic, but its performance is nothing short of a modern-day supercar. And you know what? They're not wrong. This thing, like I said, untuned, basically stock... It's a beast. This thing is a beast. I like the fact it's a modern car with no bullshit on the steering wheel, no buttons and crap. I like the center design. Like I said, it's a touch of the classic with modern implements. The seats look comfortable. There is no rear seat to speak of, so it's a true sports car. Yeah, I'm digging it. It's actually a really cool car. I'm tempted to throw more tuning in it, even though it'll break my 600 rule. I just want to hear what it sounds like. I want to see what it's capable of. I don't know. We'll leave it in the garage for now until I, get crazy and over-tune it. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think. Do you like the Alfa Romeos? Do you like the 8C? Do you like the 4C? Do you like the style? Do you like the design? What do you think of this monster, this Italian muscle car monster? Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Laters.